what are your thoughts on FaZe being on the cover of Sports Illustrated, bro? Honestly, it took me for a loop. And when I saw Nick Merckx carry that on live stream, like when he broke that and him and Swag saw that, I thought that was incredible, dude.
I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't know how I really feel about this one. I am kind of conflicted on it because I'll speak for myself here. I've always looked at video games as a hobby, just kind of something to like, if I'm done with work, I'm just trying to chill, I'll play video games just to kick it with the homies for a little bit, just talk with the homies for a little bit while we play a game or something. I don't know if I would necessarily classify these guys as athletes. I know that they think that they should, and if they want to, they can make their case for it. That's fine. I don't have a problem with that if they make a compelling case, to me about it. It's just the way that I see it is that, yes, it takes an absolute high level of skill to play these games at the level that they play at. But there are other things that are competitive as well. Like, I don't see somebody who's like the greatest chess player or the greatest checkers player being put on the cover of Sports Illustrated because, to be honest with you, chess or checkers is not really the most fun or exciting thing to watch. I think the main draw for the video game aspect of it is the fact that there's some of these matches in like a Call of Duty game or a couple of years ago in Fortnite. There is a level of excitement in these matchups, especially when it comes to these battle royales. Because, like, for me personally, that's when the gaming community as a whole jumped to a new stratosphere, because the idea of the map kind of closing in and then you kind of see the last couple guys really kind of battle it out at the end. There's a lot of excitement and it can be very compelling to watch, especially for guys like me. Like, when I was trying to figure out how to play Fortnite, I would watch these guys like Ninja, Tim the Tatman, Nick Merckx, even like guys on Tfue. Yeah. Like, they played and even guys in like TSM, like Daquan and Myth. Like, I learned how to play Fortnite because of those guys, just because those guys, they were light years beyond what I could play because they had been playing video games across the board for years at a competitive level. So transitioning from Call of Duty to Fortnite, all you had to do was kind of figure out how to build, and then you could dominate the game early on when everybody was still trying to figure out how to play it. So it is just kind of like the evolution of, I just think, where kids these days are going. I think a lot more kids are probably focused on, I still think kids nowadays, they still enjoy playing sports outside, but there is a world now of gaming that you could gravitate towards that is just as popular, or popular in some ways, to some sports that you actually have to play physically with, where it's actually physical. So, for me, it's like you said in your intro. I've always kind of looked at gaming as like a hobby for me, and I've always seen gaming as kind of secondary because I've always enjoyed going outside, playing sports, whether it's football, basketball, baseball. I did those things. Like, it was fun to just be outside and actually play the game. Now that you're getting into a situation where gaming itself is getting better. Not only the graphics, but the games themselves are really, really good. So, I don't know where it's going to keep going. I think it kind of largely depends on what type of game you play. But, dude, these Call of Duty tournaments, bro, they're next level. These Rocket League tournaments, dude, they're next level. Like, these guys are going after real money. And I think Ninja got paid more last year than freaking Giannis did. Just like when you count all of the
endorsements and everything.
Endorsements and the money that he was getting from Twitch. I know he had that little deal with Mixer, and then I think that kind of went to the side and he's back on Twitch or whatever. But yeah, I mean, I'll tell you what though, give it 10 years. There's going to be like, it wouldn't surprise me if there's like professional gaming leagues 10 years from now, like where you actually
there are like professional
I'm
tournaments that
I'm
only
not
majors can get in.
I'm not talking tournaments. I'm talking about where you have teams from different cities competing against one another in a game. Like where,
But to a certain extent, that's what FaZe Clan, 100 Thieves are, and like all of these other smaller organizations that are scattered across the country.
But the problem is there's not enough of them yet. What I'm saying is that as time progresses,
oh yeah,
they're going to be
bigger, way bigger.
Well, there's going to be more teams. There's going to, like, granted, like right now it's like FaZe. FaZe is one of the biggest gaming organizations. I think Optic is a pretty big one in Call of Duty.
Yep.
You give that 10 years, there are teams that we don't even know about yet that are going to come to prominence in the next 5 to 10 years. Give that time. It wouldn't surprise me if you see some sort of actual gaming league where it's like something like on the level of, I'm not saying like literally on the level of the NFL, but an organization like that, where it's like this big entity and then you have teams underneath it. That's where I can see it going.
I'm gonna throw you back real quick.
Right,
we was in high school, bro. These 3 letters meant you were elite. MLG.
Yeah.
Major League Gaming.
Yeah.
These were the people, right? In our generation, again, just to quote me and Kyle's timeline, we're both 26 years old. When we heard MLG, we said, yo, we don't want to play with these guys. There's no point. When you saw the clan tag MLG, or you saw the MLG emblem in Modern Warfare 2 and 3, when you saw the clan, it just, you said, bro, these dudes about to murk us, bro. Not because of hacks, not because of cheating, bro, you saw MLG and you immediately shit your pants as a gamer because you were going into a multiplayer game saying, yo, these guys about to get a nuke within the first like 6 minutes. Like they're not competing against us. They're competing against each other who can get it faster. These were the kids that got home from school and just did video games from 3 o'clock all the way until 1, 2 o'clock in the morning.
Yep.
And whether they were disobeying their parents or their parents didn't give a shit or whatever, these are the kids we are admiring now. Because we made fun of these kids. We said these kids needed a life. We said they needed to get outside. And now that they're now in their 20s and 30s and who knows how far. Like Dr. Disrespect has been doing this for, I don't know, 15, 20 years. The dude's really older. And he's out here making hundreds of thousands, maybe even millions of dollars being a professional streamer. Meanwhile, he's been doing it since probably Halo 1. No one just gave a shit.
Even before then, probably.
Nick Merckx has been doing this since Xbox 360, when YouTube was just coming to be about its own thing. Swag, one of the originators of the FaZe Clan, or not originators, but one of the more prominent names of the FaZe Clan today, was doing his channel early on in his high school days that blew up to what it is today. The point what I'm trying to get at is, it just goes to show how far society has come. When we used to like collectively make fun of this group of people because they chose to be indoors rather than not. And these are the people making millions of dollars while we're sitting here in our mid-20s, early 30s, and we're not professional athletes. We're doing our 8 to 5s, 9 to 5s. Who knows, some of us even worse. And we're chilling here trying to make ends meet. And to add insult to injury, these players are fucking playing a video game, making millions of dollars to do a hobby. To literally sit here. I just got a notification for Swag right now. He just went live about 10 minutes ago. He's got 19,000 subscribers on Twitch. Guys, just do the fucking math. A subscription is $5.99 on Twitch. They get about $4 of it. That's just a tier 1 subscription. There's 3 different tiers on Twitch. There's donations, there's sponsorships. So you times $4 by 19,000 people. Bro, they're making an end of year salary in a month because a subscription lasts 30 days. Let that sink. To play a bit, people are watching. People are paying to watch somebody play a game you play every day at 6 o'clock when you get off of work, and you make yourself some dinner, you take your dog for a walk, you sit there and you don't want to watch a game, you just want to play video games like Kyle said with your friends. People are literally watching these people play a game. No matter what it is, Minecraft, Call of Duty, Fortnite, whatever. Dude, there's a segment on Twitch called Just Chatting. I literally opened the Twitch app earlier today on lunch from work. Tim the Tatman went live at like 12:30. He had 34,000 people in his stream, and he was just talking about nonsense. He wasn't even playing it. That is how far the gaming community has gone. Mm-hmm. That is why I respect the fact that these people who have hustled from before the 2010s to 2006, 7, 8, 9, all the way throughout and kind of kept it consistent are now in the upper echelon of some of the most wealthy athletes in this world. Again, they're not doing anything of physical. They're not tackling a 300-pound man. They're not hitting a game winner on 1 foot with 2.4 seconds to go in the NBA. They're not hitting a 90-mile-an-hour fastball. Mm-hmm. But what's crazy is some of these athletes are joining some of these gaming organizations. Prime example, Kyler Murray is a part of the FaZe clan. He was on the cover. LeBron James' son, Bronny James, he was on the cover. He's a part of the clan. And these people do it. You know what's crazy? They're professional athletes to a certain extent. Bronny obviously still in high school. He's got a long way to go. But these are people that play sports that are disgusting at video games. So it just shows their dual capabilities. Kyler Murray playing one of the hardest sports in the entire world and playing in the NFL. And he plays the quarterback position. And he's one of the best players in the league. Mm-hmm. And he jumps on fucking Xbox or PlayStation or PC or whatever fucking gaming thing he wants to do. And he's out there dropping 20 kills a game in Call of Duty. Mm-hmm. He's out there dropping 70 points in Madden. Like, these are not easy feats. So there has to be a recognition in this gaming community. And I think that them excelling to this point and reaching this milestone of being on the cover is incredible. And I think they deserve respect, man. Like,